is breaking news.
Right now, Mayor Adams and FDNY Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh are delivering remarks following the death of a 21-year veteran of the department. Firefighter William Moon II was critically injured earlier this week during a drill at his Firehouse Rescue Company 2 in Brooklyn.
That he will not survive his injuries. His family has made the difficult decision to donate his organs to save the lives of others. Firefighter Moon is a hero twice over. He spent 21 years saving the lives of his fellow New Yorkers, and he will continue to save lives in his passing. I met with Firefighter Moon's wife, Christina, earlier this week in the hospital, and I was really touched by her level of just bravery. She gave us strength by watching her deal with the uncertainty of what was going to happen with her family. And we pray for Firefighter Moon, Christina, their two children, his entire family, particularly as we look at this time of the year where families normally come together to celebrate their holidays. I join the FDNY brothers and sisters in grieving the outcome of this situation. New York City is a family, and not only do we care for each other, but at the forefront of that caring are those who run into danger, those who put their lives on the line to ensure that we can experience the freedom and safety that we have in New York. And Firefighter Moon was very much part of that family. He represents a devotion and bravery that makes up the fabric of the FDNY and other first responders. We're extremely grateful for his service and sacrifice to our great city, and we're asking all to keep Firefighter Moon and his family in our prayers. I want to now turn it over to Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Thank you. As the mayor mentioned, this is an incredibly heartbreaking day for our department. Late Monday morning, while preparing for a drill in his Firehouse Rescue Company 2 in Brooklyn, Firefighter Moon fell approximately 20 feet and suffered a serious head injury. He received immediate care from his fellow firefighters and was rushed to Kings County Hospital by FDNY EMS. At the hospital, he received expert care every step of the way from the doctors and nurses. But sadly, today, it became clear he would not survive his very serious injuries from that fall. He has a wife, Christina, and 2 young children. She is a remarkably strong woman, and obviously their family is in very great pain right now, as are we. We ask that their privacy be respected at this time, as we have tried to do this week. It has been a very difficult few days for his family, for his firehouse, and is it especially painful at this time of year, so I ask everyone to keep them in your prayers. And I'm going to ask Jack Hodgins to say a few words.
As already mentioned, this is a heartbreaking, tragic accident that occurred, being felt by the entire FDNY, Billy's family, and friends. Billy was is a dedicated firefighter who spent most of his career in Ladder Company 133 in Jamaica, Queens. His actions there, it's a busy ladder company, no doubt contributed to the saving of hundreds of lives throughout his 20-year career. Billy was a type of firefighter who wanted to do more. So in January of this year, he transferred to Rescue Company 2 in Brooklyn, which is an elite unit that not only responds to fires, also responds to any type of emergency you can imagine happening in this city of New York, such as window washers trapped high above the street on a scaffolding that need to be rescued, drowning victims where scuba divers are needed to rescue the victims, a construction worker trapped by some type of collapse where they need to be extricated. This is the type of work that Rescue 2 trains and does very well. This type of work requires extensive training. Billy was preparing for one of these training exercises when this tragic accident occurred. Billy is a dedicated firefighter who we will always remember as, you know, a important part of the mission of the New York City Fire Department. His legacy will live on forever.
Billy's wife, Christina, asked me to read a quote she had written, so this is from Christina Moon. Loving Billy was not only a marriage of families, but a marriage to the fire department. His love and passion for the job extended far from the firehouse walls. He instilled that same passion in our children and always talked about how important it was to help others. We are eternally grateful for the Christmas miracles that Billy will now be able to give others. Thank you. We'll take some questions.
We just want to recognize the members up here. We have Bobby Eustace, who is the Vice President of the UFA, First Deputy Mayor Lorraine Grillo. We have the Senior Advisor to the Mayor, English Lewis Martin. And we have the UFOA President, Jim McCarthy. Now we'll go to questions.
Is there any more details about the nature of the training exercise that this officer, that this firefighter was conducting? I know it was a 20-foot fall, but is there an investigation into what maybe led up to that could have led to this?
We are looking into that. We will have more details when we're done looking into it.
This occurred at the fire station at Rescue 2?
Correct. Rescue 2 in Brooklyn.
So are they usually doing drills within the fire station?
It's extremely common, particularly at Rescue 2. The chief and I have been there in the last week observing them doing drills. It's one of the things they're known for.
Can you just talk about, he wasn't just an FDNY firefighter, but also served in ISIL too as a volunteer firefighter?
Yeah, as I stated earlier, Billy did a long career in Queens and wanted more, and he transferred to Rescue 2 in Brooklyn. He was also a volunteer firefighter where he lived in Islip. And in that department, at one time, he was the chief of that department. So he's very dedicated to his community as well as the city of New York.